Hi everyone, my name is Braden. This is Airless Cool 9, and in today's video we are going to talk about the monk. We were all gushing over this cool art. It's awesome.
I,
Oh,
I love it.
say hi,
It is great.
say hi, Sean and Cody. Forgot to introduce you.
We're here. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
they were both in the previous two videos. They've returned. I
It's
really
been
haven't left.
53 years.
Yeah,
I'm an old man now.
I keep them locked in my basement until these videos were completed.
We actually get to eat after this.
I'm joking. We don't really have basements where I'm from.
Yeah. I'm like 200 miles away.
Yeah. I would have to literally drive across country to go kidnap Cody. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the monk today. As you can see, monks are a lot cooler now. They're fighting off lycanthropes with their bare fists. This is
And a
supposed to,
stick.
yep, this is supposed to be a gold dragonborn.
It is amazing. I love it. Very Eastern inspired, as the new
It is. It's very
gold is.
Yeah. It's very much how the new gold dragon is designed. I like the horn crests.
Yeah.
But we're not here just to talk about the art. We're going to talk about the class. A martial artist of supernatural focus. That's why they're wisdom based, guys.
Love it.
Alrighty. Core monk traits: dexterity and wisdom. Makes perfect sense. Hit point die, d8 per monk level. Saving throw proficiency, strength and dexterity. This should all be the same. Choose two for skill proficiencies: acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. Those are the same. Weapon proficiencies: simple weapons and martial weapons that have the light property. That's slightly different.
Hooray.
Funnily enough, martial weapons that have the light property, I think, are the short sword, the scimitar, and the whip, and also the hand crossbow.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
because it doesn't specify martial melee weapons.
I love that. Huh.
Interestingly enough. Tool proficiencies. Choose one type of artisan's tools or musical instrument. We'd love to see it.
Nice.
Armor training.
Um,
Armor training none. You don't need it. Your body is meant to deflect everything. Starting equipment. Choose A or B. A spear, 5 daggers, artisan's tools, or musical instrument chosen for the tool proficiency above, explorer's pack, and 11 gold pieces. Or B, 50 gold pieces, to spend on whatever you want.
50 gold is the same as the sorcerer.
Interesting. Spear and not quarterstaff.
Yeah, you gotta have a pointy end.
Also, 5 daggers.
But I think with the because with spear and daggers, they have I think the throne property, don't they?
Yes, they do. They both have the
Yeah.
throne
So
property. Interesting. I like the options here.
yeah, it's nice. Very different. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said though, this is supposed to add up completely to 50 gold. So take whatever you want. Huh? You're not beholden to A or B. Choose B and buy your equipment if you want. You don't like
I'll
A.
take a spear anyway.
I'll
take a light crossbow with a 50 gold. Or hand crossbow.
Wait, is a hand crossbow 50 gold pieces?
I have no clue. I'm just like, I'll just pay forever. I'll get a fancy one.
I need to see if it is now.
Yeah, a gold encrusted. The
Where's
only thing you have left from your monastery or wherever.
I bought it from the monk shops. gift shop. It's fun.
The monk gift shop.
Hand crossbow.
It is light.
Oh,
is
you
light.
can't even buy.
And it's 75 gold pieces. You can't even
That's
start with
amazing.
it.
Oh,
But it is a light martial weapon. So you're proficient with it for that's worth.
Yeah,
all
so at
right.
like a level 2 or 3, you can get a
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
crossbow.
There's nothing
I'll
stopping
come back
you
to the
from
gift
getting
shop
one.
in like 2 more levels.
Also, does this mean you could technically, if you take the crossbow expert feat, just dual wield hand crossbows as a monk now? I mean, you can, obviously, but
Yes.
will it
You
help?
could.
Will it help you? Will it do anything?
Let's
Well,
see in the feats.
yeah, let's see. Uh, honestly, I will, not rage. I will freak out if you can play a ranged monk now with hand crossbows.
That would be ridiculous.
I would love it.
Let's see here though. What is different? Martial arts, unarmored defense is the same. Oh, well, first we should talk about martial arts. The die starts at a d6 and not a d4.
Let's go.
Major improvement.
Yes.
And it goes d8 at 5th level, d10 at 11, d12 at 17. Which the scale is exactly the same, but it's a die type higher. So
It's good.
that's good. that by itself is great. Monk already 10 times better.
Yep.
Key points have been renamed to focus points. I mean, I don't have any problem with it. It's less Oriental themed since they renamed it to
Yeah.
focus points, which was probably their goal. Unarmored movement, I think, scales exactly the same. Yeah, I'm almost positive it scales exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yep. Don't break it if it don't need fixing.
True. I wouldn't have been opposed if they started at first level,
It's true.
but it is what it is. Um. Oh, features. So martial arts, unarmored defense, still at first level. Monk's focus is a new feature at second level. Unarmored defense is still at second level. Uncanny metabolism is a new feature at second level.
Unarmored movement.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Unarmored movement. At third level, deflect attacks is the new name of deflect missiles, and it's for a specific reason. The monk subclass is at third level. Fourth level, we still get ability score improvement in slow fall. Fifth level is still extra attack and stunning strike. Sixth level, we get empowered strikes and subclass feature. They just took out key from the name of this. Evasion is at 7th level. Stillness of mind is gone.
Oh no.
That's okay. Ability score improvement at 8. 9th level is acrobatic movement, which is, I believe, it's the unarmored movement improvement. It's made it its own feature.
Nice.
10, we get heightened focus, which is a new feature, and self restoration. Purity of body is not here anymore. I think self restoration may be a renaming of purity of body, but we'll have to check. 11, subclass feature, 12, ability score improvement. 13, deflect energy, which is a new feature. Tongue of the Sun and Moon is no longer here. Disciplined Survivor at 14th level. Diamond Soul is no longer here. 15th level is Perfect Focus. Timeless Body is no longer at 15th level. Ability score improvement at 16. Subclass feature at 17. Superior Defense at 18th level. It used to be Empty Body. Epic Boon at 19th level, which is just a upgraded ability score improvement. And 20 is Body and Mind. Used to be Perfect Self. So, let's start looking at these changes, because there's a lot of them. These are not in alphabetical order, but we're starting with martial arts. So, martial arts. Your practice of martial arts gives you a mastery of combat styles that your unarmored strike and monk weapons. That use your unarmored strikes and monk weapons, which are the following: simple melee weapons, martial melee weapons that have the light property. Okay, so martial arts scaling will not scale with hand crossbows, unfortunately. That would have been crazy if it did, though.
Yeah.
You gain the following benefits while you are unarmed or wielding only monk weapons and you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield. Bonus unarmed strike. You can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action. Used to be you had to use the attack action in order to make the unarmed strike as a bonus action. Now you can do whatever you want in any order.
Nice.
You could use anything as your action and then bonus action punch someone in the face. Martial arts die. You roll 1d6 in place of the normal damage of your unarmed strike or monk weapons. It used to be a measly d4, which we hated seeing. This die changes as you gain monk levels, as shown in the martial arts column of the monk features table, which we looked at. It's better.
100%.
Yeah, 100% better. Dexterous attacks. You can use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier for the attack and damage rolls of your unarmed strikes and monk features. In addition, when you use the grapple or shove option of your unarmed strike, you can use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier to determine the save DC.
All these abilities basically now have finesse and is the equivalent.
Yes. And the reason they did this is because unarmed strike is different now in the rules. So when you make an unarmed strike, you have to make an attack roll against the creature. Well, actually, you don't. So when you make an unarmed strike, you choose one of three options to do with the unarmed strike. You can either make the attack roll and deal the damage of your unarmed strike, which for monks is Dex and is better in general. You can choose to grapple a creature. So the target succeeds on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It gets to choose which. Or against a grappled condition. The DC, because you're a monk, uses your Dex modifier, where it uses strength normally. And the shove option is also a strength or dexterity saving throw, or you push it 5 feet away, or cause it to have the prone condition. And the DC scales on your Dex instead of strength. So, pretty cool.
It's nice.
Yeah, unarmed strikes are better. I like that you have options within unarmed strike now. But yeah, this is better. This is great. Also means that you can play a grappler monk or push people away as a monk and not suck at it because you invested in the dex and not strength.
So you're just like in the new Call of Duty game, grabbing someone from behind and taking them.
Oh my god.
Using a human shield.
Yep.
Yeah. A halfling shield.
So already at level 1, we're a better monk than the monk.
Yep.
Unarmored defense, this is not different at all. While you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, your base armor class equals 10, plus your dexterity and wisdom modifiers. This is the same. Nothing different there. Okay. Now, let's go to the crazy stuff. Monk's Focus used to be key. It's now called Monk's Focus. So the energy dwelling within you is represented by focus points. Your monk level determines the number of points you have, which generally is equal to your level. Or at least it scales that way. but it's equal to the amount shown in the focus points column of the monk features table. You can expend these points to enhance or fuel certain monk features that you gain. You know 3 such features: Fury of Blows, Patient Defense, and Step of the Wind, which is detailed below. When you expend a focus point, it is unavailable until you finish a short or long rest, at the end of which you regain all your expended focus points. Some features that use focus points require your target to make a saving throw. The DC equals 8 plus your wisdom and proficiency bonus. So, Flurry of Blows. You can expend 1 focus point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. As expected. This is the same.
Yep.
Well, also, you no longer have to make the attack action to do this. So
Yes.
it is upgraded. You can just bonus action Flurry of Blows, regardless of what you did on your action. Patient Defense. You can take the disengage action as a bonus action. Alternatively, you can expend 1 focus point to take both the disengage and dodge actions as a bonus action.
There we go.
Ooh.
So now you can just you can bonus action disengage whenever you want, or you can spend a focus point to disengage and dodge.
I love that.
Yeah, which is pretty good. And Step of the Wind, you can take the dash action as a bonus action. Alternatively, you can expend 1 focus point to take both the disengage and dodge actions as a bonus action, and your jump distance is doubled for the turn. So already we're seeing major improvements to this.
Yep. Big W.
Yeah, it can disengage as a bonus action, dash as a bonus action, or spend the focus point and take 2 different actions as the same bonus action,
Very nice.
which is insane. Unarmored movement. Speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield. Bonus increases when you reach certain monk levels as shown on the monk features table. You did see this. Unarmored movement is good.
Yeah.
It's
Pair
also
this up with
it's also going to be crazy since you can dash as a bonus action on your turn.
and pair that up with a Goliath. Get that 35 plus speed already at the start.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Oh.
Or play a Wood Elf and have a 35 speed.
But Goliath though.
Get the
True.
giant buff man running the extreme.
I really want the Stone's Endurance Goliath as a
Yeah.
Goliath. Not that I'll need it because of deflect attacks, but we'll see that in a sec. Uncanny Metabolism is a new feature. Second level, when you roll initiative, you regain all expended focus points. When you do so, roll your martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to your monk level plus the number rolled. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish the long rest.
That's just good.
Yeah, that's just good.
That's very strong.
Yeah, so,
And at level 2.
At level 2. So you only have 2 focus points at this level, but you could use all of them, and then next time you get into combat, just roll your initiative and regain them all.
Nope.
There's nothing stopping you. This essentially gives you another half focus points. Well, it's going to be hard to run out of focus points because of this, which is good.
Yeah.
It's one of the monks. It's one of the monks' glaring issues.
You don't
Is
have
it-
to worry about feeling like you need to hold on key points if you're in during a fight.
Mhm.
In case you might have to do a fight later on in the day now.
Yep, it's just better, just improvement.
Love it.
Deflect attacks. This replaces deflect missiles. It's better. When an attack roll hits you, and its damage includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, you can take a reaction to reduce the attack's total damage against you. The reduction equals 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level.
Oh my god.
If you reduce the damage to 0, you can expend 1 focus point to redirect some of the attack's force. If you do so, choose a creature you can see within 5 feet of yourself if the attack was a melee attack, or a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself if it isn't behind total cover. If the attack was a ranged attack, that creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die plus your dexterity modifier. The damage is the same type dealt by the attack. Now, I know it said some of the attack's force, but unless I'm mistaken, this could be more damage than the attack was trying to deal at 3rd level.
Well, you have to add your own force to it.
Yeah, true. But this is better. This is better. Deflect missiles was just ranged attacks. This is melee or ranged attacks that you can deflect now. You can finally be an actual monk now.
True.
Buff.
Yeah, just buff upon buff right now. The buffs are not going to stop, guys. Level 3, we get our monk subclass. The options presented here are Warrior of Mercy, Warrior Shadow, Warrior of the Elements, and Warrior of the Open Hand. The old PHP had Way of Shadow, Way of the Four Elements, and Way of the Open Hand. So we get an extra one, which is nice. And also they're called Way of, they're called Warrior of now, not Way of. And it's no longer 4 elements, it's just elements, which is okay. They're going to be improvements. Ability score improvement. At levels 4, 8, 12, and 16, you gain the ability score improvement feat, or another feat of your choice for which you qualify, which is nice. I like the feats more involved in the game now. Slow fall. You can take a reaction when you fall to reduce any damage you take from the fall by amount equal to 5 times your monk level. This is the same, but it's still good. Good feature.
Yeah, it's great.
5th level, extra attack. We all know what that does. You can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action on your turn. Stunning Strike. Now, Stunning Strike is different, and we will talk about it. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a monk weapon or an unarmed strike, you can expend 1 focus point to attempt a Stunning Strike. Your target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target has the stun condition until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, the target speed is halved until the start of your next turn, and the next attack roll made against it has advantage. So, you can no longer do this on every attack that you make. It's just once per turn.
That makes sense.
But, you do get a benefit from it even if the creature succeeds on its saving throw, which is nice. There's not a detriment to spending the focus point and then the creature succeeding on the save. However, I do have some weird, I like what this does now, but I do have gripes about the effect that happens on a successful save. One, because stun condition no longer is the same, because stun creatures no longer have their speed reduced to 0, which is fine, but why is their speed halved when they succeed on the saving throw, but doesn't reduce speed in the first place?
Oh, right. That's... Huh.
It's just
Okay.
it's a weird quip I have with it.
Maybe it could have been made before they chose the condition change?
Yeah, maybe the stun, the condition was.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing they just didn't think it through when they were changing this.
Because what does incapacitated say?
Incapacitated is you can't take actions, reactions, or bonus actions.
Yeah. So yeah, that could have been a relic that they left in there.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is bad. This is good.
Yeah, that's right.
But
and any roll against it.
Yeah, the next attack roll against target or the start of your next turn has advantage.
That's amazing.
Which is most likely your next attack if you did this on your first attack.
Right.
So it's not bad. I really the speed being halved throws me off more than anything because of the change. Just done.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's just the narrative sense of it is a little iffy.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stun somebody. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna try to stun someone. Because there's no reason not to. It's one focus point, and even if they succeed, you still get a benefit from it. So why not try it out? Also, stunning strike used to be only you used to only be able to do it with a melee weapon attack. Not it didn't specify that you could do it with an unarmed strike,
Huh.
which is weird.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
I didn't realize it, but you can now. It's a monk. It's a monk weapon or an armed strike.
Oh god.
Yeah, it specifies the weapon attack, which was weird. Level 6 empowered strikes. This is different from key empowered strikes. When you deal damage with your unarmed strike, you can deal your choice of force damage or its normal damage type. The key empowered strikes used to make your unarmed strikes count as magical. I think the reason for this change is they're leaning, at least in the redesigns, they're leaning farther away from creatures getting resistance or immunity to non-magical attacks. So
That's
there's
nice.
not as much of a need. There's not really a need for that anymore. And force damage is essentially magic damage.
Yeah.
So that's really why they changed it to this.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so this is still good. It does pretty much exactly what this did. It's just different for the purpose of the redesign.
Yeah.
Also, if force doesn't work, just deal. Or if your normal damage doesn't work, use force damage. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt you. There are not many creatures that have resistance or immunity to force damage. I think there's only like I think there's only 5 creatures that have immunity to force. No, there's only 2 creatures that have immunity to force damage that I can think of off the top of my head, and it's the amethyst great worm
That makes sense.
and the what is it, the helmed horror has immunity to force damage.
Okay.
But I don't think the helmed horror is going to have immunity to force damage anymore. I think it's just going to have immunity to magic missile, because that was what was intended in its original design. So I think they'll default back to that.
Right.
And you're probably not going to run into an amethyst great worm. And if you do, just deal bludgeoning damage.
Or run.
Yeah, or
Just
run. Because you may not be high enough level to fight it.
Run.
Level 7, we get evasion. It still works the exact same way. If you make a dex save. Take only half damage. If you succeed, you instead take no damage. And only half damage if you fail. You can't use this while you're incapacitated. I think they added in the incapacitated condition part. But I think they added that into all the evasion things. So it kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah.
If you're incapacitated, you can't really act.
2014, you're just incapacitated, and then here comes the fireball. Oh, I can dodge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't take any actions, but I can dodge the fireball. Stillness of mind is gone. Acrobatic movement is this unarmored movement improvement. While you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the movement. It's the exact same thing here. It's its own feature now.
Yeah.
Level 10, Heightened Focus. This is entirely new. Your Flurry of Blows, Patient Defense, and Step of the Wind gain the following benefits. Flurry of Blows. You can expend 1 focus point to use Flurry of Blows and make 3 unarmed strikes with it instead of 2.
Love it.
Power!
Yes. Patient Defense. When you expend a focus point to use Patient Defense, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. Keep in mind, this is 2d10 right now.
Ooh.
Well, no, it's 2d8, and then at 11th level, it's 2d10.
Oh, that's still really good, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's still really good.
Max 16.
Step of the Wind. When you expend a focus point to use Step of the Wind, you can choose a willing creature within 5 feet of yourself that is large or smaller. You move the creature with you until the end of your turn. The creature's movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Just
Come with
Quicksilver
me.
somebody across the room.
These are all good. See, the Step of the Wind is what I imagine the Flash doing whenever he comes and has to move allies.
Right.
So he just comes up, grabs them behind the head and back, and then just moves them with him as part of the movement speed.
Well, I said Quicksilver, same thing.
Yeah, exact same thing. But
It's amazing.
Step of the Wind is also the dash thing, so you can move. You're probably moving your ally like at least 60 feet with you. Could be 80 feet. Could be 90 feet.
Yeah, imagine there's somebody incapacitated and the dragon's breathing or about to use its dragon breath. You can do that.
Or 10th level is plus 20 feet. So
Okay.
So never mind. It's it could be up to 100 feet.
Yeah, so you can take your incapacitated wizard and carry them to safety.
Or if you're a Goliath or Wood Elf, it's 110 feet.
That's amazing.
As a bonus action. By the way.
I am speed.
You are the god of speed. The monk is literally just the Flash now.
Yeah. You can instead of just running to the mountain and back, you can take your friend to the mountain and back as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Also at level 10, self-restoration. This is kind of a combination of stillness of mind and purity of body. Through sheer force of will, you can remove one of the following conditions from yourself at the end of each of your turns. Charmed, frightened, or poisoned. In addition, foregoing food and drink doesn't give you levels of exhaustion.
Okay.
So you're no longer completely immune to poison. But you can just end it at the end of your turn if you are poisoned for any reason.
Yeah, so that's why they got rid of the... So that's essentially purity of body and stillness of mind in one feat.
It is.
Nice.
I also like this because the DM can still charm or frighten or poison the monk temporarily. Yeah. But it's only going to last a turn because of this feature.
Yep.
So you're not hurt for... The DM is not hurt for letting a monster do this on the monk, but the monk is going to not feel as bad about it because they can end it at the end of their turn. So you're only wasting one of their turns, essentially. Okay, so Deflect Energy is a new feature.
Yep.
We get it at level 13. When we use Deflect attacks now, we can deflect any damage type, not just bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Ooh.
So now we can deflect ranged attacks from spells, or melee attacks from spells.
That's nice.
Doesn't matter what it is. We can deflect it now.
I want to deflect a dragon's breath.
The only thing we can't deflect are AoE spells.
Oh. Can I still deflect a dragon's breath?
I mean, you could still try to evade a dragon's breath.
Oh, that's not the same.
Is it? I mean, you could still not take damage from it.
That's true.
I'm just going to deflect all of them.
Or at the very least, you're just taking half damage from it.
True.
But yeah, this is a good improvement. I like it.
Nope. And nothing bad happened over the last 10 minutes.
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
Level 14, Discipline Survivor. You gain proficiency in all saving throws. Additionally, when you make a saving throw and fail, you can expend 1 focus point to re-roll it, and you must use the new roll. This is Diamond Soul, but renamed.
Yeah.
So, still good. Still very good.
Yep. Decent.
Perfect Focus at 15th level. This is Perfect Self, but 5 levels earlier, basically.
Nope.
When you roll initiative and don't use Uncanny Metabolism, you can regain expended focus points until you have 4 if you have 3 or fewer. So, I mean, it's good.
So, now do you suffer from the frailty of old age? From Timeless Body, since it doesn't exist anymore?
I mean, I guess so.
Oh, man.
It's not there. You guess you can get old. You can get old as a monk now.
Well, I mean, look at Oogway. Look at how he did.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's entirely true. Oogway was. Well, actually, he was frail, but he wasn't exactly
Yeah.
worthless.
Yeah, he wasn't suffering the effects of old age.
True.
Oh,
I mean, you're playing D&D though, so you're not. Normally, you're not going to be a old, frail man on the verge of death.
Speak for yourself. I love playing the old characters.
I mean,
Let's go.
I mean,
I'm gonna pack a wallop at you. Let's go. Pew, pew, pew.
My next character is going to be.
You can play that character, but there's not a D&D. There's not a detriment to playing that character technically.
Unless I invoke it on myself. Let's go.
Actually, also, funnily enough, Timeless Body said you no longer needed food or water, and that's actually what Self-Restoration did as well.
Yeah. So now you can just be magically aged.
Yeah, you can be magically aged. Which I guess is fine.
Yay.
18th level, Superior Defense. At the start of your turn, you can expend 3 focus points to bolster yourself against harm for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition. During that time, you have resistance to all damage except force.
Pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good. Especially if we consider Empty Body, which is essentially this. You had to use an action to activate this, and it was 4 key points. You also became invisible for that time, but I mean, it's fine that you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Not many monks that go invisible. You can also spend 8 key points to cast Astral Projection on yourself, but who did that? Huh?
Yeah, it's a very special campaign that you would have used that.
Yeah. Level 19, Epic Boon. An Epic Boon feat or another feat of your choice for which you qualify. You do want to choose an Epic Boon, though. Boon of Irresistible Offense is recommended. The Boon of Irresistible Offense increases your Strength or Dexterity score by 1 to a max of 30. The bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage you deal always ignores resistance. And when you roll a 20 on the d20 for an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to the ability score increased by this feat. The extra damage type is the same as the attack's damage. If you had a 20 dexterity and increased it by 1 to 21, that means when you crit, you can just deal an extra 21 damage.
I
Anyone
love it.
plus the crit. Let's go.
So, good feat option for. Anyway, I think that this is good for monk and barbarian, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
This would even be good for fighter or ranger or paladin.
Any melee character.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
or rogue, just any melee character, any melee or range character, any weapon character or unarmed
magic.
character. Yeah. Don't take this if you're a magic cast. If you're a full caster, take it if you're anything else. I mean, you could even take this if you were a Dex Blade Lock, but I don't know why you would be doing that, since you can use Charisma. But not important. Level 20, Body and Mind, new capstone feature. You have developed your body and mind to new heights. Your dexterity and wisdom scores increased by 4 to a maximum of 25. Amazing.
That's really good. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I need it.
incredible capstone. So,
It's similar to
monks.
the barbarians, ain't it?
It is. It's exactly the same as barbarians, but dex and wisdom instead of strength and con.
Nice.
But monk strunk.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah, this is just the base class. This doesn't include anything you get from your subclasses.
Buff, 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 buff.
Okay, let's talk about
Buff,
Way of Mercy. We'll start with Hand of Harm, because this is alphabetical. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike and deal damage, you can expend 1 focus point to deal extra necrotic damage equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die, plus your wisdom modifier. This is the same, just reworded.
Yeah.
Hand of Healing. As a magic action, you can expend 1 focus point to touch a creature and restore a number of hit points equal to a roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. When you use your Flurry of Blows, you can replace one of the unarmed strikes with a use of this feature without expending a focus point for the healing. This is also the same. They just specify a magic action.
It makes sense.
Yeah. What's the other thing? Implements of Mercy also at 3rd level. You gain proficiency in the Insight and Medicine skills, and you gain proficiency with the Herbalism kit. They cut out this part about the Merciful Mask, but that's you can still have a mask as the obvious.
That's flavor.
Yeah, that's flavor stuff.
Look at that art. Oh my god.
Yeah, the
It
art's
is beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah, got the plague doctor mask on.
The best mask option, obviously. Level 6, Physician's Touch. Your Hand of Harm and Hand of Healing improve as detailed below. Hand of Harm. When you use Hand of Harm on a creature, you can also give that creature the poison condition until the end of your next turn. That's pretty good. Hand of Healing. When you use Hand of Healing, you can also end one of the following conditions on the creature you heal: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
Nice.
I do want to bring up, this is one of the few features where this is one of the few things in 5th edition that actually ends the stun condition. So
Nice.
this is infinitely better than a lot of other things. I don't even think Greater Restoration ends the stun condition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Healer monk for the win.
Yes. Healer
Let's
Monk
go
is for the win.
Zenyatta.
Okay. Level 11, Flurry of Healing and Harm. We're about to get into a sad nerf. When you use Flurry of Blows, you can replace each of the unarmed strikes with the use of Hand of Healing without expending focus points for the healing. Granted, you can make 3 unarmed strikes at this level for Flurry of Blows. So that is crazy. In addition, when you make an unarmed strike with Flurry of Blows and deal damage, you can use Hand of Harm with that strike without expending a focus point for Hand of Harm. You can still use Hand of Harm only once per turn. You can use these benefits a total number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, minimum of once. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. This last line is the part that they added.
Okay.
There was no limit on this feature, but I think the reason they added it is because of the buff they made to Flurry of Blows at 10th level.
Yeah.
So this had the potential of getting out of hand, probably.
Yeah, that would be almost infinite healing, right?
Pretty much. Because Flurry of Blows is only 1 key point. And so you could Hand of Healing for all 3 of the Flurry of Blows, which is healing equal to your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier, which at this point would be 1d10 plus wisdom.
Yeah.
For 3 different. So yeah, I get why they added the restriction on here. Still, it is a nerf, but I think it was probably needed.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it would have been. It would have been cool if they added in. Maybe if you could have spent a key point to use it more times. Since they added the restriction on there, but I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, this is still crazy good. Yeah. Yeah, this is good.
100%.
Level 17, Hand of Ultimate Mercy. Your mastery of life energy opens the door to the ultimate mercy. As a magic action, you can touch the corpse of a creature that died within the past 24 hours and expend 5 focus points. The creature then returns to life with a number of hit points equal to 4d10 plus their wisdom modifier. If the creature died with any of the following conditions, the creature revives with the conditions removed: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest.
So no change.
Yeah, no change. But, I mean, this was already an awesome ability.
Yeah, that's really good.
This is a free Revivify, Erase Dead, but with none of the detriments to it.
Yeah. And it's so high level that's...
Yeah, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Also, free healing.
Oh, yeah. That's very good.
Also, do this and then, or do this in the middle of combat and then Flurry of Blows.
Yep. Flurry of healing.
So, Way of Mercy. Awesome. Way of Mercy's cool.
It's really good.
The Warrior Mercy, rather, is good. You can give life and you can take it away. The ultimate mercy.
True.
Yeah, this is an awesome subclass, and the art is awesome.
Amazing art.
Some of the coolest art. All right, Warrior of Shadow.
My favorite.
Also, Gnome Monk. Love to see it.
Ooh. Clean.
Shadow arts. So this is changed up a little bit. You've learned to draw on the power of the Shadowfell, gaining the following benefits. You can expend 1 focus point to cast a darkness spell without spell components. You can see within the spell's area when you cast it with this feature. While the spell persists, you can move its area of darkness to a space within 60 feet of yourself at the start of each of your turns. Dark Vision.
Yes.
You gain Dark Vision with a range of 60 feet. If you already have Dark Vision, its range increases by 60 feet.
Yes.
Shadowy Filaments. You know the minor illusion spell. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for it.
Shadow illusion.
So there are buffs and nerfs in this. Really, the only nerf really is that you can no longer cast Dark Vision, Pass Without Trace, or Silence with this feature.
Yeah.
But it's only one focus point to cast Darkness, and you can now see through it and move it, which is pretty crazy. You also get Dark Vision, which completely negates the need for the Dark Vision spell, basically. Yeah, this is awesome.
Love it. I love it.
Lose on the stuff, but it's more connected to the theme what it's supposed to be.
True. And it makes perfect sense that you can create darkness and be able to see through it.
Yeah.
Alright, level 6, Shadow Step. While entirely within dim light or darkness, you can use a bonus action to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that is also in dim light or darkness. You then have advantage on the next melee attack you make before the end of the current turn.
Looks to be the same.
Yeah, I believe this is exactly the same. But it is a good feature, so
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Level 11, completely different feature. It's called Improved Shadow Step. You can draw on your Shadowfell connection to empower your teleportation. When you use your Shadow Step, you can expend one focus point to remove the requirement that you must start and end in dim light or darkness for that use of the feature.
Ooh.
As part of this bonus action, you can make an unarmed strike immediately after you teleport.
Oh my god. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yep. It is good.
You can just disappear.
Yep. So you don't need to worry about dim light or darkness now, and you still able to make a bonus action unarmed strike when you
Love
teleport. So this is good. There's nothing wrong with this. But it gets even better because we have an entirely new feature at 17th level called Cloak of Shadows. It's kind of similar to this, but also kind of entirely new. As a magic action, while entirely within dim light or darkness, you can expend 3 focus points to shroud yourself with shadows for 1 minute, or until you have the incapacitated condition, or until you end your turn in bright light. While shrouded by these shadows, you gain the following benefits. Invisibility. You have the invisible condition. Partially incorporeal. You can move through occupied spaces as if they were difficult terrain. If you end your turn in such a space, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space you were in. Shadow of Flurry. You can use your flurry of blows without expending any focus points.
Oh my god.
Which, let me remind you, is 3 attacks at this level.
3 focus points for 3 attacks.
Yep.
That's right.
So, Cloak of Shadows, huge win.
So
Yep.
stay away from any light clerics or any.
Yeah, I mean, that's about the only thing.
Yeah.
Any light
Use
domain
the
clerics.
shadows.
Yeah. If your party is surrounded by vampires, do not let them cast daylight, or you will be sad.
Yeah,
Barovia is your friend.
yeah. If someone is doing that, potentially don't play a Warrior of Shadow.
True.
maybe
Or ask them not to play that.
maybe work with your party so that you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, maybe you are a vampire and you're playing the evil campaign to their good campaign.
Exactly. In which case, be Warrior of Shadow because good evil character, probably.
Yep. And a good character as well.
But yes, this is a improvement. It's better.
I love it.
That's very good.
I need to make it.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Warrior of the Elements, which is essentially an entirely new subclass because it has no distinction to weigh the 4 elements at all, except maybe one thing, which
It's elemental.
I mean, yeah, basically. So let's talk about this because it's basically entirely new. Level 3 Elemental Attunement. At the start of your turn, you can expend 1 focus point to imbue yourself with elemental energy. The energy lasts for 10 minutes, or until you have the incapacitated condition. You gain the following benefits while this feature is active. Reach. When you make an unarmed strike, your reach is 10 feet greater than normal, as elemental energy extends from you. This means you have a 15-foot reach with unarmed strikes. Elemental strikes. When you hit with an unarmed strike, you can cause it to deal your choice of acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage rather than its normal damage type. When you deal one of these types with it, you can also force the target to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you can move the target up to 10 feet toward or away from you as elemental energy swirls around it. This is good. This is just better.
100%.
This could have been the only thing that they gave the subclass, and it would already be better. I jest, but it's pretty close. We don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So, also at level 3, you gain Manipulate Elements. You know the Elementalism spell. Wisdom is your spellcaster ability for it. This is a new cantrip. With it, you can do a number of things. You can beckon air, beckon earth, beckon fire, beckon water, or sculpt an element. That's an element. That's an elements cantrip.
That's nice.
Yeah, it does what elemental attunement is supposed to do, but just a little bit better.
Plus, other classes have it are able to use this now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard also get this on their spell list.
It's amazing.
Level 6, Elemental Burst. As a magic action, you can expend 2 focus points to cause elemental energy to burst in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point within 120 feet of yourself. Choose a damage type: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Each creature in the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes damage of the chosen type equal to 3 rolls of your martial arts die. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage. This is a not as powerful fireball, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't think this is amazing, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's still
Alright.
pretty good. Did we talk about the art?
Oh no, we did not.
We have
talk about
not.
Oh
the
my
art.
god, look at that art.
I believe this is I want to say orc.
I think it's an orc.
I think it's an orc. It's either an
I
orc
think it
or
was
a
a
Goliath.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the-
yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
look
It's
at
a
the
fire
teeth.
Goliath. Yeah, you're right.
Well, it might not be because it's just an elemental monk. It's hard to tell. I mean, either way, it's cool art. Look at the body.
Put in the comments.
Look at the
do you
dead
think it's
bodies.
an orc or Goliath?
Yeah, comments. Orc or Goliath. If you got this far into the video.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it might be Goliath because of the markings on the legs and stuff. But yeah, looks like they burnt these bodies into skeletons.
Yep.
But like I said, this is good. This is good. It
Yeah.
could have been a little bit better. I think if it was 4 rolls, I'd be a little bit happier with it. But it's not bad. Level 11, Stride of the Elements. While your elemental attunement is active, you also have a fly speed and a swim speed equal to your speed. Which was this thing. So, pretty cool.
Nice.
Level 17, Elemental Epitome. While your elemental attunement is active, you also gain the following benefits. Damage resistance. You gain resistance to one of the following damage types of your choice. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. At the start of each of your turns, you can change this choice, which is cool. Destructive Stride. When you use your Step of the Wind, your speed increases by 20 feet until the end of the turn. That's crazy. For that duration, any creature of your choice takes damage equal to one roll of your martial arts die when you enter a space within 5 feet of it. The damage type is your choice of acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. A creature can take this damage only once per turn. Empowered strikes. Once on each of your turns, you can deal extra damage to a target equal to one roll of your martial arts die when you hit it with an unarmed strike. The extra damage is the same type dealt by that strike. Awesome.
Neat.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Not as the biggest buff like the others, but still such a big buff for elements.
yeah, it's like I said, it's a completely different subclass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Now
great.
you're not a monk that's trying to spellcast.
Yeah.
You're just an element monk.
Mm-hmm. Just control the elements and use them to destroy people.
Yep.
As is evidenced by the bodies. Yeah, this is a major improvement, and I like it. This is the only feature I'm like about. I think this.
Right.
I would have liked this better if you could replace one of your attacks with elemental burst.
True.
But I think it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Warrior of the Open Hand. This is the last subclass. This
Classic.
is cool art.
Yeah, that's really good.
Very Arabian Nights.
Love the staff on their hand.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Master unarmed combat techniques. So we have Way of the Open Hand. Or Warrior of the Open Hand, rather. So, Open Hand technique. When you hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. Addle. The target can't make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn. Push. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 15 feet away from you. Topple. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or have the prone condition. This is pretty much the same, except reactions has been changed to opportunity attacks.
Which makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's also because of how they're rebalancing things.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Level 6, Wholeness of Body. You gain the ability to heal yourself. As a bonus action, you can roll your martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 hit point regained. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it used to be an action and you regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level. So I think with making it a bonus action and giving it a number of uses rather than just once, I think it's better, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not something you're going to use in combat unless you're just really hurting, but good outside of combat heal.
Yeah.
Level 11, Fleet Step. This is a new feature. When you take a bonus action other than Step of the Wind, you can also use Step of the Wind immediately after that bonus action. That's pretty good.
Wow.
So you could Flurry of Blows and Step of the Wind, or Patient Defense and Step of the Wind. in the same bonus action.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So I mean that's really good. Level 17, Quivering Palm. This has seen a tiny change, and we'll see here. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can expend 4 key points to start these imperceptible vibrations, which last for a number of days equal to your monk level. The vibrations are harmless unless you take an action to end them. Alternatively, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of the attacks to end the vibrations. To end them, you and the target must be on the same plane of existence. When you end them, the target must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 10 d12 force damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. You can have only one creature under the effect of this feature at a time. You can end the vibrations harmlessly, no action required.
So both a nerf and a buff.
Yeah, so the nerf is that it's 4 points instead of 3 points.
Yeah.
It no longer immediately reduces a creature to 0 HP. The buffs of it, however, are you can end it. I mean, you could end it as you could end the vibrations as an action, but you could also end it as one of your attacks. That's a buff. It also deals 10d12 force damage instead of 10d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Which is much less resisted and also more damage. So
yeah.
Quivering Palm is more it's more meant to deal damage.
And
Also,
not just reduce something immediately.
Yeah. Also, it's nice. That means you could first attack, unarmed strike someone, and then your next attack, because an extra attack, just immediately end the vibrations and deal 10d12 force damage.
True. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's technically a buff.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, the D12s alone,
Yeah, the d12s alone make it better.
as long as they can fail that con save.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But that is all the changes to Monk, and as you can see, there are a ton of changes.
A ton.
It's an entirely new class, essentially.
I love it.
There's nothing that's the same. It's a lot better, and you should definitely play this version of the Monk. Never go back to this. This is trash. You never want to play a 2014 Monk. Ever again.
Rip the other subclasses.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll fix it. We'll fix them.
Please fix them.
We'll republish them. They will be saved. But yeah, that is the Monk in a very large nutshell. Do you guys have any final comments about the Monk other than that it's awesome?
Punch, punch, punch.
Yeah, pretty
Yes. I love the Shadow Monk. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's definitely not a bad subclass.
I'd like that you play that or the Mercy. Actually,
Yeah.
be Zenyatta in the campaign.
Mercy's
True.
really cool. But yeah, that's the Monk, and it's really good. So try it out.
Yeah.
All right, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please like the video, subscribe if you have not yet to help the channel, and we'll catch you all later. Peace.
Bye.